What's up everyone, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and these are the best features of Redmi Note 5 Pro and some important tips and tricks. Now let's start with the best features and then look at some important tips and tricks. Now the best and the most noticeable feature about this phone is definitely its display. This phone packs a 5.99-inch IPS display with Full HD Plus resolution in the new 18:9 aspect ratio. It is even protected by a 2.5D curved Corning Gorilla Glass. To put it in simple terms, display on this phone is huge and the picture quality is pretty good. Now the next best feature on this phone would be the portrait mode for the front and rear cameras. This phone comes with a dual camera setup on the rear with a dedicated secondary camera for depth sensing, and on the front it has just a single camera but still offers portrait mode using some software processing. These are some sample portrait shots taken from the front and rear cameras. Now the next best feature on this phone is the electronic image stabilization. Unlike any other Xiaomi phone previously launched or the latest Redmi Note 5, Redmi Note 5 Pro comes with electronic image stabilization for its rear camera. And it works really well. Here's the sample footage. Now the next best feature on this phone is Face Unlock. And here's how you set it up, and it does work, but it is not as fast and responsive as other phones like OnePlus 5T or the Vivo or the Oppo phones. Now the next best feature on this phone is the quick charge support. Now this phone comes with a normal 10 watts power adapter but still supports quick charge 2.0. So if you have a Qualcomm quick charger lying around, or if you simply buy it, you will be able to charge your phone faster. Next, we can take pictures using the fingerprint scanner. In the stock camera application, simply touch the fingerprint scanner to take pictures. Now this feature has been around for a long time and I really wish Xiaomi could add something new like pulling down the notification bar using the fingerprint scanner. Next, we have an infrared blaster at the top. We can use the Xiaomi's MI remote app that comes pre-installed on the phone to control TV, AC or anything that has an infrared receiver. Just in case if you can't find a remote in MI remote app, you can also use third-party applications like Peel Smart Remote to use the infrared sensor on your phone. Next, we have Quick Ball. It is a floating bubble with some quick shortcuts and gestures. You can find it in the advanced settings section. You can touch it to pop open additional settings and swipe it to quickly perform an action. This is one of the best implementation of floating bubble out there. Next, we have the option to hide the navigation bar. Like many other phones out there with the full view display, even on this phone we can hide the navigation bar by simply enabling this feature. But unlike most other phones, once you pull it up, navigation bar on this phone hides automatically after some time. You can use this feature along with Quick Ball and it gives you a very immersive experience. Next, we have some gestures, and we'll first start with double tap to wake. Once you enable this feature, when your phone is locked, you can simply double tap the screen to wake it up. Now you can use this feature along with Face Unlock to make unlocking the phone a more seamless experience. Next, we have two quick shortcuts to open the camera application. First, we have a button shortcut where we can press the power button twice anywhere to open the camera application. It doesn't matter if your phone is locked or unlocked, you can simply press the power button twice to open the camera application. Next, we have another shortcut to open the camera application from the lock screen settings. Now in the lock screen, you can press the volume down button twice to open the camera application. Now this only works if your phone is locked or if you're in the lock screen. If your phone is unlocked, this shortcut will not work. Next, we have 3-finger screenshot. Before I come to that, let me show you how to take a normal screenshot. To take a normal screenshot, simply press the volume down and power button both at the same time, and it will take the screenshot. Now coming to the 3-finger screenshot, simply enable this feature and swipe down using 3 fingers and it will take a screenshot. This is one of my favorite features on this phone. Next, we have long screenshot. Now once you take a screenshot, you get a quick preview on the top right corner of the screen. Just click that and you'll get the option to take a long screenshot. Once you click the button, it will scroll through the page and take a very long screenshot. Next, we have Google Assistant. Google Assistant has been there for a very long time now, but it is pretty new for the Xiaomi phones. Simply press and hold the home button to trigger Google Assistant. For the first time, you need to configure it, and once you're done, you can ask Google to do a lot of things like setting up alarms, timers, doing a normal Google search, and asking it some specific questions. Next, we have a quick shortcut to turn on the torch. We can configure the shortcut from these settings over here. I have checked all of them, except for double tapping the power button option. There isn't anything good out there. So if you're not going to use the power button to trigger camera, you can use it to trigger the torch. Next, we have mirror buttons. Now this is again something very minor, but many phones, especially the stock Android phones, doesn't offer you this feature. If you want to swap the back and recent apps button, you can simply do it from this setting. Next we have notification folder, which is another favorite feature of mine in MIUI, and it is also a very unique feature, and I'm pretty sure no other phone offers this feature. Simply enable this feature, go to the notification area, and if you have any notifications that you want to hide but still get them, simply swipe them to the left side and click unimportant. Now all such unimportant notifications will be put in the notification folder, and you can see only your important notifications in the notification area. Next we have dual apps. Xiaomi has this feature called dual apps, which allows you to use two instances of the same application. So you can use two WhatsApp accounts, two Facebook accounts, two Twitter accounts on the same phone. Now there are other phones, other brands that are offering the same feature, but Xiaomi so far has the best implementation. You can literally enable dual apps for all applications, and you can also use dual apps feature on third-party launchers, which is something missing on other phones. Next we have pocket mode. Once you enable this feature, your phone's display will not respond when the phone is in your pocket. It's a feature to prevent accidental touches of your phone when it's in your pocket. Next we have reading mode. Xiaomi has this feature called reading mode, which on other phones is called night mode, where it adds a warm tint to the screen to protect your eyes at night by filtering the blue light. We can change the intensity of the reading mode. We can automatically enable it at a specific time. Now this is something we rarely see in other phones. Next we have SMS scheduler. Now using this feature we can automatically send messages to anyone at a specific time. Now to schedule an SMS, this is what you need to do. I don't see any people sending messages these days, but this might come in handy to send birthday wishes automatically at a specific time. Next we have auto start permission. Now there are some apps that no matter how many times you kill them, close them, some apps simply start running automatically in the background, like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Flipkart and so on. And all those apps end up draining the battery. So from this settings page, you can disable them from auto starting in the background and thereby improving the battery life. Next we have auto call recording. There are very few brands out there that even give us the option to record calls, and Xiaomi even gives us the option to record calls automatically. Now to enable this feature, simply go to the phone dialer, press and hold the menu button, and we see the option to record calls. From here we can choose to record the calls automatically of all the contacts that you know of, or simply all the calls. Next we have secondary space. This feature creates a small box kind of a thing in your phone where you can have different set of accounts, different apps and so on. If you need a different workspace for your work and for your personal life, it's a very handy feature. But considering the specs of this phone, I wouldn't recommend you using this feature as it might slow down your phone and even affect your battery life. Next we have one-handed mode. Now this phone comes with a massive 6-inch display and it's definitely not usable in a single hand. And for some reason, if you want to compulsorily use it in a single hand, you can enable the one-handed mode. Simply enable this feature and swipe left or right on the navigation bar starting from home, and it will shrink the screen size. You can do the same thing again to exit the mode. Next we have the option to restrict background app usage. MIUI offers us additional options to tweak individual apps to further improve battery life. We can completely stop applications from running in the background as soon as we leave them, or disable network usage once the application is in the background, and do stuff like that to improve the battery life. It might help, but usually its effects are not easily visible. Next we have themes. If you like to tweak the look and feel of your phone, MIUI is one of the best ROMs out there. It has thousands of themes which might fit your preference perfectly. By the way, my favorite theme is the Black Legacy. Next we have lock screen carousel. On the lock screen, there's a button on the top right corner of the screen. Just press that and swipe on the lock screen left or right to change the wallpapers. We also have additional settings to change the lock screen wallpaper automatically and the option to change the frequency too. Next we have some hidden equalizer settings. If you use the MIUI stock music player and want to tweak the equalizer for your preference, or simply want the best audio experience for your Xiaomi headset, you can do all that from here. Next we have wireless display. Using this feature we can cast the screen of your phone to a Chromecast or a TV with Mirrorcast or even your Mi TV. Once you cast your screen, everything that you do on your phone will be visible on your TV. Next we have MI Mover. If you already have a Xiaomi phone and want to send all your data from your old phone to this new Redmi phone, you can use this feature. It will literally transfer everything, your data, pictures, videos, apps, contacts, messages and everything from your old phone to your new phone. Next we have MI Drop. This is a new feature from Xiaomi to transfer data from one Xiaomi phone to another. It works just like Share It, but comes pre-installed on all the Xiaomi phones and works really well. Now coming to the tips and tricks, first I'll show you how to use the split screen mode on your Redmi Note 5 Pro. By the way guys, as you can see, the navigation bar is hidden. I have already shown you how to do that, and it's pretty simple. Go to advanced settings, then buttons, and enable or disable hide soft buttons. It just gives you a more immersive experience if you hide them. But just for the convenience of this video, I've just enabled it. Now to use split screen mode, you need to go to the recent apps page and press this button over here, and then drag the app that you want to open in the split screen mode. Now open the secondary application, and you can resize the windows and do whatever you want. Now you can also go to the home screen and select the secondary application. Now still there are some apps that do not support split screen mode, like Instagram. So if you want to use such apps in the split screen mode, first you need to enable developer options. For that, go to settings. Once you're in settings, go to about. That's the first thing at the top. Now click on MIUI version 7 times. Then developer options will be enabled. Now go back, then select additional settings. Now scroll to the bottom, select developer options. Now scroll all the way to the bottom and enable force activities to be resizable and restart the phone. Once your phone starts, you will be able to use all the applications in the split screen mode. Now once your phone starts, come to the same location. Now this phone has 4GB of RAM and memory management isn't all that good right out of the box. So to improve memory management and on the whole the overall performance, you need to turn off memory optimization. So once again, come to the developer options, scroll all the way to the bottom, click on memory optimization and select off. Once again, you'll be asked to reboot your phone. Do that and it will improve the memory management. By the way, I also turn off MIUI optimization. I just feel it improves the performance. I really don't know if it does or not, but I always do that. Once again, if you turn it off, you'll be asked to restart your phone. Now these are all the settings that you need to change in the developer options. Now let's go to the home screen. So this is the home screen, and on the left side, we have this wall kind of a thing with different widgets. We have some quick shortcuts, followed by a note-taking app, then Ola, cricket information, and the calendar events. That's all we have, and if you click this button, you get to rearrange the order. Now this is the home screen, and if you want to move around anything, you can simply drag like this. And if you want to select multiple applications, simply do a pin gesture and then select the applications, then touch and hold, and you can drag directly to the screens over here, or else you can go to the edge to move to the next screen. Now over here you can simply drop it and they'll rearrange. Once again, if you do the pin gesture, we have some additional options. Over here we have the option to change the wallpaper, then we have widgets, and finally we have settings. From here we can change the default home screen, fill empty cells, lock home screen layout, and do more. Now to change the default home screen, select this option and select the screen that you want to set as the default home screen. Now whenever you click the home button, it will always go to that particular screen. On your phone, when you go to the recent apps page, you might not be able to see the memory usage at the bottom. So to enable that or to see that, just go to settings and then select home screen and recent and enable this toggle. Now once you enable it, you will be able to see the free RAM over here. Next, if you want to change the default home launcher, you need to come to the same place, and from here you can change the default launcher. Let's say you have installed Nova Launcher. To use it, you need to come here and select Nova Launcher. Now similarly, if you want to change any default application, default gallery app, default camera app, then we need to go to installed apps and then select defaults and click over here. From here we can change the default launcher, messaging app, browser, camera, gallery, and so on. Now this phone also has a lot of things like a file vault. This phone also offers a lot of features like app vault, where we can lock applications, a file vault where we can hide files, a message vault where we can hide messages, and even in the gallery application we can hide pictures. So let me show you how to do all of those. First of all, I'll show you how to lock applications. For that, go to settings, scroll to the bottom, select app lock. Now you can choose the applications that you want to lock. For now, I'm going to go with just the Facebook. Now you can give the password to unlock the application. Now this password can be different from your lock screen. I'm just going to go with this. Now if you use the fingerprint right here, you can unlock locked applications using the fingerprint scanner. Now I want to do that, so I'm just gonna read it. Now if we go to the home screen and open Facebook, it'll ask for the password. Now I can either use the pattern or use the fingerprint scanner. So I'm just gonna use the fingerprint scanner and it just unlocked the phone. So that is how the app lock works, and you can access the settings once again from here. To access app lock settings, you can use the password or the fingerprint, and from here you can lock and unlock applications. Now if we go to the settings, from here we can disable unlock with fingerprint, so you can't unlock apps with the fingerprint, you need to know the password. So if you have any privacy issues, I'll suggest you to disable this option. Now if we go to the home screen and to the messages section, to hide messages you need to swipe down. And this is how we can hide messages in the default messaging app. Once again we are setting a different password right now. Now this is like a message vault where we can hide messages. Now let's go to the Files Explorer or the File Manager. Once again we can do a swipe gesture down to access the lock. Now over here we can hide files. Let me just show you how to do that quickly. So select the files that you want to hide, then go to More and then select Hide. That's all it takes. So in this way we can hide files in the default file manager. Now this is the notification layout, and for some reason if you want to go back to the MIUI 8 style, just go to Settings, scroll and select Notification and Status Bar. From here select Notification and Toggle Layout. So now all your notifications will be present over here, and if you swipe to the left side you can access all your toggles. Now I'm just gonna go back to the previous one. Now over here we have additional options, like if you want to show the notification icons on the status bar, enable this toggle. If you want to show the network speed on the status bar, enable this toggle. If you want to show the battery percentage on the status bar, just select percentage from here. Now if you want to change these toggle positions, click this button and you can drag the toggles using this icon over here. So guys, those were the most important tips and tricks that you need to know about the Redmi Note 5 Pro. If I missed out on anything important, do let me know by commenting below this video, and if you're planning to buy this phone, please use the link in the description. It really helps the channel. If you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to see more cool videos on tech. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.